they have to actually like see me as who I am rather than what I look
Look
like,
like.
if that makes
Yeah,
sense, like physically. Yeah.
of course.
So yeah, I feel like that's the only barrier, but I mean it's a positive barrier, I guess. There's no, I don't feel that there is a negative barrier, because I mean, like I said at the beginning of this, subhanallah, like I do everything under the sun now, as my mom does. Like I go horse riding, I do everything, subhanallah, like wearing the niqab. So I haven't been limited in any way, subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So when you're doing your hobbies and things like that, like you mentioned horse riding and hiking and things like that, um, how easy or accessible do you think it is for Muslim women generally in Australia? Obviously, you live in Australia to do those things, and is it common that Muslim women take the opportunities to engage in these kind of activities?
So I think a lot of Muslim women in my country, they do go hiking, but I have to say that not a lot of niqabis go for hikes, and just like I think go beyond their own boundaries. I think that it's actually a perception amongst Muslim women. They actually even perceive that, well, a lot of them perceive that the niqab like could be a barrier, because I mean I've had some friends message me and they're like, oh wow, you can actually horse ride with a niqab, like how do you do that? And I'm like, yeah, like it's just a cloth on my face, like it doesn't prevent me from actually horse riding. Do you know what I'm saying? And like even hiking, I mean, I guess it can get exhausting walking up a hill, for example, but often the hikes that we go on, you rarely come by passers-by. So honestly, like generally I'm actually uncovering most of the time. So do you know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah, and then if a stranger comes past, I quickly flip my niqab back down. Then when they pass by, I just uncover again. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I suppose like when you go on hikes, you're mostly in nature, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not like places that are crowded and there's loads and loads of people usually, isn't it? So you've got that, you do have that freedom to
Yeah.
uncover the place if necessary, because yeah, that it makes it easier. I suppose like people don't really think about these things, but when you actually make an effort to do something, then you can see like it's actually probably easier than you expected, isn't it?